Begin in easy seat. Take a moment here to set your mind and heart on a fierce dedication for your practice ahead. Whether it's something you offer to yourself or another, let it spark a fire, lighting all your poses from the inside out. Deepen your breath through the nose. Inhales, expand your ribcage. Exhales, contract your navel. Reach down and roll your sit bones wide, coming into a more solid foundation. From here, lift your pelvic floor muscles and engage the navel in and up to support your breath and all your poses. Keep this core connection activated at all times until you rest at the end. This helps you create heat, core strength, and more possibility within every pose. Inhale here through the heart. Exhale out from the navel. Bring your hands together at your heart at Namaste. Coming here to center, offering this practice to whatever you choose, opening your heart wide. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and up. Bring your hands down to Namaste at the heart, pulling all of this energy you put out every day back into center. On your next exhale, begin twisting to the right, using that core connection to help spin and open the heart. Place your right hand behind you and your left hand on your knee, supporting the twist. And on your exhale, look gently over your right shoulder. One more deep breath here. On your next inhale, reach out and up. Draw all that power back down into the heart, and activating from the navel, spin to the left. Breathing in, and on the exhale, deepening the pose. On your next exhale, bring that right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen up, exhale to spin. Nice energizing and detoxifying posture, so stay nice and tall in the spine. Come gently back to center, reach out and up. Pull that energy and intention back down to the heart. Hands onto the knees. Inhale, arch forward. Exhale, rounding in for seated cat-cow. Inhale, waving forward from the root to the crown. Exhale, returning back to center. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, drawing your navel way back to the spine. Inhale, shoulders on the back, heart reveals. Exhale, contract inside. Begin a little more movement here now. So as you inhale, really stretch. And as you exhale, maybe the knees can lift from the floor. Inhale, reach up, completing that wave to the spine. Exhale, fists of fire to the low side waist. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fists in. Maybe the feet even lift now. You're so drawn to center. Perhaps inhale, expressing up onto the knees. So inhale, play with this, get a little wild. On your exhale, draw back and in as much as you can. Inhale, open forward, reach and stretch. Exhale, fists of fire. Good. Place your feet on the floor and inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean back a little farther, fists in. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale, drawing navel to spine. Inhale, exhale. Good. Let these poses really move your intention into reality as you move from the inside out. Lean back and wave from side to side here. And drawn in and up, hang on behind the knees, open heart. Use that core connection to lift your shins parallel to the floor for held Navasana. Begin Navasana pulses, so as you inhale, reach out. On your exhale, use the navel and pelvic floor to pull in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw in. Use your hands on the knees at any time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. So as you inhale, stretch away as long as you like, and as you exhale, press all of the air out, more than you think. You can even over time go all the way to the floor and pulse back up, so go at your pace. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Good. Cross your right ankle over your left. Inhale, stretch up. Hold here for a moment. Heart open. Creating that bonfire at center that will take you through the rest of the practice. Place your hands forward on the mat and hop or step back to plank pose. Bounce the hips just a little bit, lifting the navel towards the spine and scooping your tailbone long towards the floor so you're held at the center of the pose as well as the arms and legs. Heart opens forward. Place your knees down here and bow back to child's pose, opening the low back from all the core work. Inhale through the back of the heart and exhale, relax. Begin in child's pose. Take a deep breath through the back of the heart and the rib cage. And on your exhale, draw up through the navel, plant your hands at the front of the mat, and we'll move into plank pose. Make sure your middle fingers face forward and your wrist creases are clear, parallel to the front of your mat. Draw strongly up through your navel and scoop the tailbone a lot. Be here building stamina and endurance. And on your next exhale, draw back through the navel and press into downward facing dog. Wave through the spine, reaching your rib cage and shoulders farther forward, and then set those arms and shoulders lightly onto the back, relaxing your head and evening your feet onto the floor. Lightly lift your navel and low rib cage, drawing into the inner body. On your next inhale, scoop your tailbone, draw into your navel, and wave your heart forward into plank, moving into these core plank waves, drawing back through the navel, downward facing dog. Generating these movements from center creates tapas, the fire of transformation. So inhale, wave through the spine. Exhale, pick it up through the low ribs, the navel, and spread long in all directions. Curl the tailbone, inhale forward. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Curl the tailbone, inhale forward, keep the navel strong, the heart opens. Exhale back, downward facing dog, so the shoulders stay lifted onto the back, not collapsing. Everything spreads from center. Good. From here, bend your knees. And exhale, take little or big hops forward, Shakti kicks, kicking the heels to the sitting bones. On the exhale, a lot of power coming into the navel. On your last one, hop yourself forward lightly. Inhale, open to a long spine, and exhale, fold, gentle forward bend. Bend the knees if you need to here, and reach your heart down towards the floor. Relaxing the head and shoulders. From here, draw up through the navel and reach straight forward. Bend the knees here if this is a lot for your lower back, but pull up into your core power, extending through the top body, the arms, and the lower body and legs in all directions, but holding center strongly. Straighten your legs over time. To move to stand from the core, scoop that tailbone down and begin reaching up through the navel so much it generates you to come up to stand. And bring your hands down to your heart at Namaste. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, draw the navel in, folding over your long legs. Inhale, offering your heart forward, strong at the navel. Exhale, plant your hands and step mindfully back, downward facing dog. Draw the shoulders onto the back and activate that low rib cage in. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Turn the toes, leg, and hip down to square the hip and access that navel lifting more. Inhale, lift the heel a little higher. And on your exhale, draw your knee to your chest, core plank, hover and hold. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, draw the knee in, rounding up, up, up through the spine, lifting your hips high. Inhale, lift the leg. This time, exhale, knee to chest, and use that height and strength to step the right foot slowly to the right thumb. Pull that back heel forward over the ball of your foot and press straight down to activate and lift your leg and hip, moving energy, making space. And into that space, pour the tailbone down, lift up through the pelvic floor and navel, wave into yourself, and from center, reach out and up, high lunge. Inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, fists of fire to the side waist. Inhale, reaching up, more breath. Exhale, more navel. Inhale, reaching up, back leg is strong. Exhale, fists in. Inhale, bring that fierce intention here as you move. And with this fire, blast away anything that you're not needing right now to move through your practice with integrity and grace. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fist draw in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, keep that front thigh pretty low as you inhale here and draw in deeply, opening that lower back. Inhale here, plant your hands on the mat and step back, plank pose, held at the navel. Begin here to pull your heels and heart forward, elbows directly over wrists, lowering down an inch or even to halfway all the way into Chaturanga Dandasana. Point the toes and with slightly bent elbows, roll the shoulders onto the back and come to a high cobra. Good. Slide the skull back, neck is open. Tuck your toes underneath you, and as you move back to downward dog, generate that movement by pulling in the front body, ribs, low navel, drawing into the pelvic floor so you help support the low back. Here in downward facing dog, lift your left leg high. Turn the toes down, activating the inner thigh strength as well as the outer thigh strength. Draw up through the navel and extend through the heel. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, core plank, knee lifts in and up, shoulders over the hands. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, draw the knee in and up, so get a nice lift, knee lifts, hips lift. Inhale, reach the leg. Exhale, this time, hover and hold. And step that left foot inside the left thumb. Bring the toes and fingertips in line. And set the back heel over the ball of the foot here. Press straight down and activate the back thigh to lift, so making a lot of space in the hip joints here. Draw in and up through the navel. So your fingertips lighten, come up, you roll in, opening your heart wide, and letting that be a nice, natural lift through the hands and the shoulders, releasing and reaching up. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, fists of fire. Inhale, reach. Exhale. So if there's anything you need to throw into this fire right now, go for it. And maybe breathe a little bit louder too. So a really nice, courageous intention. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the navel back. Keeping those hips centered. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Good. Deep breath reaches. Exhale, plant your hands at the front of the mat. Use that core connection to step back into downward facing dog, walking your knees in place. Inhale, wave, forward plank pose, pull the energy up. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Open up through the heart, gently bent elbows here. Exhale, tuck in and wave back, downward facing dog, making every transition another pose. Draw those shoulders onto the back, step your feet together behind you. Bend your knees here. On your exhales, hop, Shakti kick 1. Exhale, kicking up 2, maybe a little higher this time than you did before. Using that navel power, jump gently forward. Inhale, offer your heart. Exhale, fold it down, Uttanasana. Inhale, swan dive out and up from the navel. Exhale, pull it all back into the heart. Namaste. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, dive over your strong center, Uttanasana. Inhale, wave the heart forward, offering. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. From the navel, extend forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, diving in. Inhale your right leg high, moving with the breath now. Exhale, right knee up to core plank. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, core plank 2. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, step forward, 1 breath out. Come in and up, high lunge, reach. Exhale, fists in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. So get that breath really moving as you inhale up and exhale, but slow the breath so you're fully inhaling. This time, open out warrior 2, grounding the back heel and centering your rib cage over the pelvis. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, deepen the posture. Inhale as you float up, draw your navel in. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, navel in, low back long. Exhale, float it down. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Take a very deep breath here. Exhale now, deeper into the pose while still maintaining that pelvic floor lift and a nice active navel to spine. Front thigh can come near parallel to the floor. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Use the navel center to lift and reach back, downward facing dog. Wave that energy forward into plank pose, lowering down chaturanga. Good, waving up through the spine, offering the heart. And exhale, curling in and stretching back through the heels. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, core plank 1. Find the rhythm of your breath now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the foot forward. Come in and up, reaching to the sky. Inhale, opening the heart here and begin fists of fire on your exhale. Keep Mula Bandha or the pelvic floor lifting a lot, containing all this prana and energy from your practice. Exhale. Inhale. Open it out on your next exhale, warrior 2, grounding through the back heel. And begin to float up and deepen with each breath. So finding your own moment here, with the Ujjayi breathing moving you, the pelvic floor containing the energy, and your intention, the wave upon which all these poses will ride. Inhale, reach up high, and exhale, deepen the pose to your capacity and be here for 3 deep breaths. Front knee squaring forward, gazes forward. On your exhale, cartwheel the hands down, plant your hands, and step back mindfully, downward facing dog. Inhale, wave forward plank and lower chaturanga. This all becoming one movement rather than 3 different postures. From here, pressing up and exhale, drawing in, downward facing dog. Breathing here, open those shoulders towards the sky and lift the navel. And begin to walk in place. Breathing in and out. And on your exhale, bring the knees down and rest in child's pose, receiving the energy of your practice. Begin in child's pose. Come forward, reaching your hands to the front of the mat. Press back into downward facing dog, walking in place, and bringing that essence of sthira, of strength, to balance with sukha or ease, opening that right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and stretch behind you. Keep the shoulders as square as you can. As you exhale, bring the right foot to the left thumb, so cross hands this time. Bring the back knee down to the floor. Begin to roll to the pinky toe side edge of your front foot and straighten your leg back, squaring the hips. Walk your fingertips back underneath your shoulders and begin to bow here for a great outer hip and leg stretch. If you like, plant your palms and try lifting the back knee for a stronger pose here. Bend the front knee, plant your front foot on the floor, and step back, downward dog splits. Open the toe and stretch. Press that knee away from the hips and the foot away from the knee. On your next exhale, step the right foot to the right hand this time. Walk both hands to the inside of your front foot and bow, forearms eventually coming down to the floor. You can creep forward as your flexibility allows. Begin to open your front knee to the side, rolling to the pinky toe edge of the foot, and breathe there for the next few breaths. But continue to lift that left thigh bone up towards the sky so you don't drop it down and cut off your energy flow through the leg and hip. Inhale, press your hands down and lift up downward dog splits. Again, opening that leg behind you. On your next exhale, hug the right knee high up on the right arm, squeezing in and up this outer core plank. And then exhale, slowly take the right knee down behind the right wrist, extending the left leg back behind you for pigeon. Walk your fingertips back and squeezing the legs down into the floor for a solid foundation. Begin undulating through the spine. So find these dynamic movements here. Inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, waving forward. Draw in and up through that pelvic floor. Exhale, this time reach your hands forward, planting the elbows down, bowing the head so your shoulder blades ride onto your back, heart is open. Breathe all the way into your hips here and undulate long through the spine anytime you need a little more length. Walk your hands back to center. Plant your right hand to the middle of your mat. Press your knees down, using some of this leg strength here to help you reach back with the left hand clasping a hold of the ankle. Press back at first to open your heart and face it forward. And then begin with a slight press back of that foot into the hand. Begin to move forward as you take the heel closer to the left hip. Your hand can reach out in front of you or eventually come down onto your forearm. Pressing the heel ultimately right into that left hip. Releasing out. Let's take the left forearm across and use your right hand to horseshoe that right hip crease out and down into the floor more. Now this is a twist, so as you root the hip down, open the heart to the right, open your right shoulder onto the back. And if you wish here to move closer to your edge, bend the back leg, reach the right hand to the inner ankle, and spin up. Back shin stays tracking over the leg, but the heart can really open into a back bend. Take the skull back and breathe. Release your hands forward and find that down dog split, releasing the leg by shaking it like a rain stick of prana moving down the whole spine. Stretch the foot over and then come back down, facing the hips and feet towards the floor. Move into tripod plank. Lower down chaturanga with the right leg lifted. Inhale, upward dog, right leg lifted. Exhale, down dog splits. Lower the leg and walk in place. Inhale, the left leg high this time. Bend the knee and stretch. So keep the heart, shoulders, and arms facing the floor, but spin the hips and top leg. Exhale, step the left foot to the right thumb, so cross leg lunge. Roll to the pinky toe side of the foot and begin to straighten the leg behind you. Walk your fingertips back, and as you inhale, wave the spine forward and exhale over the straightening front leg. This is a great IT band stretch, so it really helps release your knee and hip, but go gently into it. Plant the palms. If that's not your edge yet, maybe it's here. Lifting up and reaching the spine down. Breathing here. Plant the front foot, ground the hands, and step back, downward dog, open splits, bending the knee and stretching wide. Really reach the foot behind you. Extend it up and exhale. Left foot to the left thumb this time. Ground the back knee and reach both hands to the inside of your front foot, moving down for a lower hip opening lunge. Right hip stays lifting back and high. As you creep forward, begin opening the front knee, moving to the pinky toe side of the foot, but still squeezing the foot back as the back knee squeezes forward to square the hips more and deepen the leg bones into the hip sockets, opening energy. Good. Play the edge between lifting that back leg and reaching the heart forward. Walk your hands back and reach out and up, open dog splits. Bend the knee and stretch every time, releasing more tension from that hip area, low back. On your exhale, bring the left knee high up on the left arm, squeeze in and lift up through the rounded spine, through the navel. On your exhale, release the left knee down behind the left wrist. Walk your fingertips back and support yourself muscularly by grounding your legs down a lot. Inhale, begin pigeon undulations. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, remembering that dedication you set and offering this energy in a circle back to that in your heart, which helps to expand you into more of your spirit. Bring those forearms to the floor and bow, centering the hips in space and breathing all the way into your stretch. Take one more deep inhale. On your exhale, begin to move back to center. This time the left hand moves to the middle of your mat. Press everything down, lifting through the navel and grounding the legs to catch that back foot in the right hand. Press back more to open the spine. Keep the foot lightly pressing into the hand even as you draw the heel gently forward. Keep the front knee and back knee hugging in so you are active even as you're stretching. Cross the left forearm perhaps down if you can lower it, and take that right heel eventually into the right hip. Release that gently out and switch sides. Right forearm crosses you. Left hand horseshoes the hip crease with the thumb and index finger pressing and grounding down even as you open into the twist. Let your heart offer to the sky. And if you're moving on, bend the back knee and reach back with the left hand. Take the inner ankle. So even as the heart spins up, concentrate on widening the left hip and tacking it down into the floor. Move from there without losing that foundation and center always. Slide the skull back to open the heart. Take a very deep breath in, and on your exhale, plant the hands and lift that left leg high. Probably needs a good shake here, so reach it and then stretch beyond. Send that leg to center and inhale, tripod plank. Lower down, tripod chaturanga. Upward facing dog and tripod, toes stay tucked under. Down dog splits, lift. Exhale, bring the feet together. Walk in place, releasing any final bits of energy here from the pose. And on your next exhale, bring the knees to the floor and bow to that. Breathe into the opening hips and moving energy through the spine. Relax. Begin here in child's pose. Inhaling into the back of the neck and head, and exhale, releasing everything. Slowly come forward to sit and extend your legs out in front of you. Reach the flesh of the sit bones back and integrate your leg bones an inch or so. Reach your fingertips back behind you, pressing down to lift up into Dandasana variation. Opening up through your heart, keep those shoulders behind you. Ground your legs down deeply so you really stay active the whole time. Now we're going to move into some resistance stretching, so you're going to use the muscles you're stretching for a more optimal stretch and more flexibility. Make fists and bend the elbows. A central nervous system triggered to release the muscles of your back. Bend the knees and kick the heels into the floor so you're using the whole line of the back body. As you inhale, arch back. Exhale, keep the legs active through the heels as you fold a little more. Maybe straighten the legs a bit every time you come down. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, lengthen forward, kicking the heels in. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, keep those fists active, legs active. Now stretch the legs straight, shake out the wrists, and shake out the legs. Inhale, stretch straight up. Exhale, fold forward. So you're moving from the hip creases, not the lower back. Bend the knees a little on the inhale, and exhale. Inhale, bend the knees and arch the back using your back muscles. Exhale, stretch it straighter. Inhale, bend the knees, arch through the back. Exhale, reaching forward. So make sure you're not rounding down through the back, putting pressure into your low spine, but instead extending through the heart. And exhale, place the fingertips down. Open your right knee back to Janu Shirshasana. Roll that left hip and leg open more, nice and active through the left leg. Plant your left fingertips down and open the heart, right arm unfurls. Begin to side bend, and you can walk that left arm forward or eventually coming down to the forearm, palm faces the sky. Top arm reaches over the ear. And as you draw back into the navel and low rib cage, there's more room to spin, the freedom of the heart opening up towards the ceiling. So work this pose in alignment. Right hip moving down and a long stretch moving through the top fingertips. Keeping that length in the spine, fold forward and low over your front leg. Left fingertips tent out to the left. Right hand can maybe reach for the foot. Spinning the right rib cage down and backing off the left rib cage to straighten the heart as you breathe, undulating forward over that long leg stretch. Inhale, come back up and release, and cradle the right shin and knee into the chest, sitting up as straight as you can here. Let's take it towards compass pose. So press that outer right shoulder into the inner right knee. Lean forward, planting the hand down like a chaturanga arm, and practice stretching the leg straight as you internally rotate it. So right sit bone opens up and toes turn in. Come halfway up, straightening the leg more and pressing your hand around the ball of the foot and toe pads, allowing for that left shoulder to open. And over time, making it up straighter and straighter into full compass. Cradle that shin in again and release the leg. And let's move into Janu Shirshasana with the left knee opening, right leg straight. Plant the right fingertips in and open out to the left. Begin here in this lovely spinal alignment and only move lower if you can keep it without losing it in favor of the stretch. Draw into the navel and ribs. The more you move into that center body, the more movement is possible through the heart. Forearm can come down. and you move at your own pace, tacking that outer left hip down to the floor even as you stretch away. Take a deep breath in, and on your next exhale, spin the heart towards your right leg. Inhale, waving through the spine, and exhale, folding. So both hands can be back, no problem. Or if you can maintain that spinal alignment, reach the left hand for the outer right foot. Turning the left rib cage down for a slight twist, opening along that left side body. Inhale, come up to sit, and cradle the left shin and knee. Moving towards compass on this side. Now this is a stretch with a lot of different progressions and variations. So wherever you meet resistance, that's where your learning is. That's where the flexibility will come and the strength. So stay there. Left knee over the outer left arm. Chaturanga arm with the left. Reach around the right hand to the pinky toe side of that foot and stretch it straighter as you spin the whole leg in, left sit bone opening wide. Come halfway up as you begin to walk the hands back and take that hand over the ball of the foot. Now you can draw the right shoulder blade onto the back and work towards straighter over time, taking the skull back and pressing the back of your head towards the front of the shin. Opening up one deep breath, and exhale, return, gently hug that shin in, and release the leg forward. Again, roll the sit bones back and realign the strong legs down into the floor. From your ground, wave up, and exhale, fold forward, fingertips behind you. If you can keep the spine straight and progress here, take the fingers forward. So again, not collapsing the heart here, but pressing down through the hip creases and folding there as you keep the spine long through the crown of the head. So let this be an offering of the heart and not one that hides it. The lower you move, the more you aim to keep the heart open and reaching towards the toes. Breathing in here. Exhale it out, grounding the legs. Good. On your next inhale, come on up, nice long spine, reach out and up. All of this new energy you're releasing, draw it back into center at the heart and deeper to the core that powers the heart. Inhaling and exhaling here in easy seat, receiving the prana from your practice. From your back, draw your knees into your chest and slowly rock and roll up to sit. Crossing the ankles, rolling back and forth a little bit at first, and then a little more. Nice massage for your back body too. Come all the way up and bring your knees forward to the front of the mat, tucking your toes underneath you. Come on up, so stacking the hips right over the knees. Bringing your hands to Namaste. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean back, fists of fire. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the navel in and curl the tailbone down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, engage the navel. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, leaning back, activating the core you'll need to open the heart. Exhale, through Namaste, bow forward. And take a moment here, forehead towards the floor, relaxing in, re-finding the breath. Slowly come in and up, pelvic floor activated. Press your palms into the back of the hips. If you can, find the heels with both hands, and we'll begin core circles with the arms, reaching the right arm up and back. Feel that stretch. Inhale, lift the left arm up and high. Core is still activated, side waist is long. Inhale, stretch up through the right fingertips, circle and down. And circle the left arm up. That moment of sweet release as the arm circles behind you. Inhale, lifting. Hips stay centered over the knees. Inhale, lift the left arm, circle back and down. Stretch your heart up towards the ceiling and activate that navel as you draw forward and bow. Breathe into the back body. Inhale, Slowly come up, hands to the heart at Namaste. Again, hands to the hips for this one, stretching the heart towards the sky nice and wide, or hands find the heels behind you. Moving now into full camel. Shoulder blades support the heart to lift towards the sky, but the pelvic floor and navel is still very active and the tailbone is rooting down. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Moving through center and folding. Bowing to the beginning of this heart-opening practice. From your last bow, move back into plank pose and lower to chaturanga and then mindfully down onto your mat. Bring the forehead to the floor as you bend your knees behind you. Reach back with both hands and clasp a hold of the ankles. Press your feet up, lift the heart gently, and then swim the right arm and leg out, reconnecting on an exhale. Inhale the left arm and leg out. Exhale, reconnecting, front thighs remain on the floor. Inhale, sweep the right side open. Exhale, swimming back. Keep those shins tacked over the legs. Inhale, left side. Exhale, refine the ankles, reaching out. Great back body strengthener, so keep the heart open a lot. Reaching here. Exhale, reconnect left side. Now press both feet back, shins helping the heart to open more. And reaching over time, the toes higher and the knees higher. Exhale, undulate forward as you lower the forehead towards the floor and inhale back up. Exhale, undulate down, pressing back and up, opening that back body. Exhale. Strengthening that back body curve and opening the heart. Reach back into that full bow pose and exhale, curl to the floor and press back into child's pose. Wave from side to side, gently releasing any tension in the lower back and breathe. From here, slowly come back down to a simple seat. And roll down, using your belly strength, slowly onto your back. Feet parallel, hip distance. Heels approximately underneath your knees here for the most power. Reach down into the floor with your palms. Arch your spine on an inhale. On your exhale, curl and wave the spine up. Inhale there and exhale back down. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, curl up. Inhale here, filling the pose. Exhale, down onto the back. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, scoop through the tailbone and curl higher. Inhale up through the heart. Exhale, slowly waving down. Inhale, arch the spine here. Exhale, waving it up. This time, interlace your fingers underneath you and roll the shoulders back. Keep your shoulder blades at neutral so you're not pressing the shoulders down away from the ears too much. And lift your chin for a nice natural neck curve. Pressing down through the feet and the arms, lift a little higher and curling up into this bridge pose. Breathe through the front body to open the heart. Release your hands out. Slowly roll down inch by inch. Feel every moment of your spine as it contacts the earth. Plant your hands by your ears as we prepare for a full wheel. Take a seat of this posture and see where you can go in full alignment and then work there. Fingertips face back towards you. Elbows squeeze over the wrists. Come up very gently on the crown of your head and walk those hands so the wrists are directly underneath the elbows and your shoulders drawn to the back. Press down with strong arms and lift up as you can. Keep the shoulder blades on your back here and reaching your heart. Walk the feet in a bit, stretching the heart, but drawing the head back towards your legs so you get a nice open chest here, shoulders and head drawing back, heart revealed. Hold here for as many breaths as you can, and then in alignment, saving enough energy to come down, elbows directly over the wrists. Roll down, place your feet wide, and just gently begin to open the arms and windshield wiper the knees from side to side, looking the opposite way from your knees to complete this very simple, gentle twist. Inhaling back to center, and exhale, knees gently drop to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. And exhale. So keeping some of that softness and release that you find through doing a simple twist, let's try that one more time, this time for a longer hold if you're able. Plant your hands not under your shoulders, that's too far, and you can strain the elbows. Plant them right underneath the elbows as you walk in and draw the shoulder blades onto your back. So that will give you more muscular stability to lift up. Feel free to lift your heels up towards the sky, resting on the balls of your feet only to help release the low back a little bit more. Pressing the heart forward, but the head and arm bones back. Good. Reaching down equally into all fingertips, equally into all sides of the feet. Breathe here. On your next exhale, tuck the chin, solid elbows over wrists, lower down, and release, opening the arms and letting that heart energy move through the whole body now as you gently release the knees over into a twist. So helping to spiral that heart energy up and down the entire spine, opening hips, opening the spine, neck, and shoulders. Walk your feet wide. Knock your knees together to begin releasing your sacrum and low back. Take one hand to your low belly, one to your heart, and breathe here to connect the two with a few more deep, loving breaths. Begin here, feet wide, knees resting together, opening through the low back. You'll need a yoga block for this. I'm going to have my mother give me one, but you might have one already at home. Hi, Mom. Lift your hips and place the block the long way directly at the center of your hips, so not up into the low back, that's a bit high, but right underneath the sacrum. Walk your feet wide and rest the knees together to open space and release energy from the low back and the hips. Turn your palms to face up and spend some time here breathing deeply, receiving this energy that releases from the hips, very powerful root and creative energy. Two variations you might try is walking the feet in, lifting one knee and then the other straight up to help the weight of the leg bones release into your hip joints. Inhale, lift the legs straight for a full body supported inversion. This requires a little more energy, however, so make sure that whichever you choose, you end by releasing with the feet wide, knees together. To let you restore, I want you to be here with your own stillness for the next few breaths. From your final pose, begin walking your feet to hip distance. Lift the hips up, remove the block, and slowly wave down. And remove the block off to the side. Be here on your back for a moment, just gently waving the knees from side to side, allowing that energy flow to increase within you and up the spine. Reach overhead, take a full body stretching inhale. On your exhale, draw your right knee into your chest and make little circles one way and then the other. So moving into a deeper hip and leg release. Bend the left knee, cross the right ankle over, and reach through to interlace your fingers on that left thigh. Hugging in for supine pigeon. Keep the right foot active and pressing into the left knee, even as you draw closer over time. Slowly release the left leg down, clasp your hands this time behind the right thigh, and stretch the leg straight up. Pull down with your hands even as you extend the heel to the sky to root the leg bone down so the inner right thigh drops down. Take your right hand inside the knee, left hand inside the left thigh, and open in 2 different directions here to expand to those inner thighs. Still active through that right heel. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, come back to center. Extend the left leg long and reach over across the right knee with the left hand. Stretching that leg long, take a twist here as you open up the IT band and outer hips on the leg. Right arm reaches out and gaze towards the right. Take that top hip down even as you stretch long through the leg. Bend the knee in again. Take a half happy baby here as you clasp the inner knee or the pinky toe side of the foot with your right hand, left hand on the hip to root it down. Rock from side to side here, navel drawing down, sit bones drawing down. And then plant your left foot on the floor, right knee over. Let's scoot the hips to the right side of the mat so as you drop the knees down to a gentle twist or a bound twist, you're straight with the spine and your energy can move optimally. Take your gaze to the right once again and let that right shoulder move into the floor. Breathe gently here, using very little effort and letting the energy move naturally. For another variation, try a scissor twist. Unwind your legs, extend the right leg long, and clasp a hold outside of the knee with the left hand as the right hand catches the left foot. Point the bottom knee away from you and stretch the top leg long. Make sure to drop that top hip down away from the rib cage for optimal stretch. And then returning to center here, hang on to the knees and take little circles into the lower back. Extend your legs out long into a mini Shavasana. Windshield wiper the toes to release fully into the hip creases. And notice your right side. Is it dropped and flowing energy? Reach up and overhead, stretch long through the body. Exhale, bring the left knee into your chest. Roll circles here, releasing out the low back and hip. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bend the right knee in and interlace your fingers behind the thigh. So as you draw the knee in here, press that left knee away from you so you can open that hip into external rotation. Hips plant towards the floor even as you draw in for a nice neutral low back. Come back to center and take that open leg inner thigh stretch. Right hand inside the right thigh, left hand inside the straightening left leg. Press through the heel and the right knee, breathing in. And exhale, deepening the stretch. Come back to center. Reverse that. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take that leg gently over and long, opening up through that hip, even as you're dropping that top hip down more, providing length for the twist along the left side. Gaze to the left. Bring that left leg into half happy baby, hanging onto the pinky toe edge of the foot or the inside of the knee if you're not quite that flexible yet. Just wave from side to side here, rocking back and forth on the hips. And when there's some release there, take that left knee over the right knee, scoot the hips all the way over to the left, and gently drop into a nice straight alignment. letting your energy spiral organically through the body here as you release and receive. If you're moving on to that scissor twist, unwind the legs, send the left leg straight out, bend the right knee, and with the left hand take a hold. So the right knee works to face straight out towards the front of your mat, and that top leg reaches. Deep inhale right into the stretch, and exhale, release. Extend out, mini Shavasana, left side now flowing and open as much as the right side. Balancing in this inner body harmony, reach overhead, take a full body stretch, and on your exhale, plant your palms directly over your knees and press down through the leg bones into the hips and sitting bones. So you're moving your legs in all directions with the strength of your arms, releasing out into those hip creases, relaxing the thighs, and allowing this prana to move now more freely in this flow than ever before. Finally, stretch your body long for Shavasana, final resting pose. Send your head and neck gently from side to side. Palms face the sky to receive the practice. Pause and rest here in Shavasana, final resting pose, for as long as you wish. 5 minutes or more is excellent for setting the mold of your body into optimal alignment as you cool down. As you relax here, let your thoughts play, change shape, and pass overhead, as impermanent as the clouds in the sky. Exist beyond them, bigger than them, listening inside and making space for your inner teacher to step forward through the open doorway of your attention. Be right here, right now, releasing even your Ujjayi breathing to allow life to breathe you as you. Spend the next few moments here receiving the simple power of what is, the teachings and blessings that are right in front of you and all around. Once you're ready to move out of Shavasana, begin to slowly deepen your breath. Come back into Ujjayi breathing and let your inhales and exhales roll waves across your inner landscape, refreshing your energy and clearing away anything that is no longer serving you. Now's the time to keep what you need and release the rest. From this inner power to decide exactly how you want to experience the moment you're in, begin to move the body, wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling wrists, neck, and feet. Reach overhead and take a full body stretching inhale. Exhale and hug your knees into the chest, rolling circles into your lower back. Move on to one side and pause here, remembering your dedication and choosing how you wish to come back up into your day. Remember, even if it's 11:59 p.m., you can always start it over. Come on up to sit and bring your palms together in Namaste. Reach down and roll your sit bones wide, coming into a more solid foundation. Thank yourself for showing up to move more fully into your inner strength today. Inhale, reach your hands up, honoring all your teachers out there. Exhale, fists into the navel, fold forward, bowing to the teacher within, the most knowledgeable of all. Listen closely to your own wisdom and trust what you hear. Namaste.